all season, pitcher of the month in May, now a legitimate Cy Young candidate. He may be just as important off the field, constantly offering support for teammates, typically the center of attention. Today, he looks to become the first to 20 wins and lead the Nats into fall with a flourish. And the Nats today against the Milwaukee Ball Club. Corey Hart back in their lineup today with that bad foot. Ryan Zimmerman, base hit early last night. And rookie Willie Peralta takes on the 19-game winner. It could be a special day for Gio and the Nats. Baseball on MASN, brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Most popular ball cap in D.C. right now. The playoffs and the Curly W's, the Natitude playoff shirt. Everybody's scooping them up. Visit Trane.com for an independent Trane. Comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a Trane. It is 81, perfect baseball weather. Humidity very comfortable, just a few wisps of clouds in the sky. And Bryce Harper playing some big-time baseball here in the final month of his first season.
Yeah, don't run on Bryce. 8 outfield assists. We're going to see 4 of them right here. John Mayberry Jr., slow down. Look at this throw right here, right on the money. I think that's somebody from the Cardinals. And how about this one hopper from Bryce Harper? That got Dobbs at home. And the one last night, maybe the best one of them all because of the speed of Ryan Braun. So Ed Cedar at third base, put on the stop sign today because that guy can throw.
I hope he keeps sending them. He'll talk it over with Tim McClelland over there. Brewers are 5th in the league in batting average, 1st in runs, homers, and stolen bases. Ryan Braun is just having an amazing season. So the .600 slugging percentage leads the National League, and only Miguel Cabrera of the Tigers is higher in all of baseball with that impressive number. So Gio has his hands full. One start at Milwaukee this year, 4 runs in 6 innings, got a no decision, and this will be a tough bunch to get for win number 20.
Yeah, last time out he took the 5-2 loss Sunday night in Atlanta. He threw 110 pitches in 5 innings, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, struck out 5, walked 4. Of those 110 pitches, just 67 for strikes. So command was an issue last time out for Gio Gonzalez.
Nori Aoki leads off. He has an 11-game hitting streak thanks to a bunt that turned into a game-important run last night in their winning rally. Underway, by the way, at 107. Gio with a good-looking fastball. DJ Rayburn calls it a strike. Ted Barrett, first base. Marvin Hudson, second. Tim McClelland, the crew chief, at third. Rayburn, the junior member of this experienced crew.
Let's go inside the numbers with STG and check out the pitches the Brewers are going to be seeing from Gio Gonzalez today. Fastball averaging 93.1 miles an hour. He throws it 71% of the time. You know about the curveball, an occasional changeup to go with it. And to find out why employees choose STG, visit stginc.com.
Working with his old buddy Kurt Suzuki today is Gio. Oh, he hooks him. That was a big-time curveball. Aoki is done. He's not sure how to act after what he just saw.
There's a term that hitters use called an emergency hack. This is a double secret last-second emergency hack. Watch this. And you're breaking down one of the better leadoff hitters in baseball, a guy hitting 293 with this curveball. Watch this swing. Oh, geez. Yeah, ball already in the glove. And he decides to try to foul it off, but so far so good for Gio. Good fastball command. The first curveball today, dirty.
He buckled him with that breaking ball by the time Aoki figured out it was a strike. Too late. Here's Ricky Weeks. Aoki 0 for 3 against Gio with that strikeout. Ricky Weeks 0 for 2. That was the getaway day game, that crazy 11-10 thing when Michael Morse hit the 9th inning homer, drove in a couple of runs in the 11th, and the Nats snapped a win from the Brewers and won 3 out of 4. We did not look for that kind of game on a day when Gio was pitching. Little ground ball right side. Adam LaRoche scoops it up to the bag. 2 outs.
It's time to set your Mazda defensive alignment today for the Nationals behind Gio Gonzalez, going for win number 20. The outfield from left to right. Morse, Harper, and Worth. Desmond and Zimmerman on the left side. Espinosa, LaRoche on the right side. And Kurt Suzuki doing the catching. It's brought to you by your DC area Mazda dealers. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. What do you drive?
First in the league in extra base hits with 75, and in homers and in RBIs, Ryan Braun.
This guy drives baseballs
anywhere. Big night last night. Couple of doubles early. RBI base hit. Stole a base. Scored a run later. For him, a pretty typical evening. And he'll bounce it right past Zimmerman and Desmond. So Ryan Braun in this series is now 4 for 5.
Well, you look at the swing from Ryan Braun, but hitting 1-0 is a lot more advantageous than hitting 0-1. That first pitch from Gio Gonzalez, I thought, could have been called a strike. 1-0 count. Braun, all systems go, gets a fastball. First base hit of the day.
Aramis Ramirez. And he's the #1 doubles guy in the league. Got to be careful about Braun. He'll run on anybody. Gio froze him. Ground ball Desmond. Espinosa. And a fairly routine top of the first for Gio Gonzalez. The Nats will see a 23-year-old rookie, Willie Peralta, in a moment. In the National League and hitting at .261. 6th in runs, 2nd in home runs to these wall bangers from Milwaukee. Michael Morris has always hit well. Told you about the big game he had the last time these two teams got together at Miller Park. He's in the #5 spot today. Michael's hit safely 11 of 12, 15 of his last 18 games. So check out your authorized Dodge dealer. It's a world of performance, design, fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or log on to Dodge.com and check out that lineup. Willie Peralta, signed at the age of 16 by the Brewers back in 05. 6'2", 238. He's from Samana of the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, last time out Sunday against the Mets, he earned a 3-0 win. He pitched 8 scoreless innings and gave up just 2 hits. Struck out 5, walked 1 through 104 pitches, 69 for strikes.
63 hits in his first 65 big league innings.
I was told very good athlete, can field his position, and he can hit.
Not at all a strikeout guy. 13 strikeouts in 65 innings. So the ball will be in play today. See what the Nats can do with him. Looks like a fastball that's inside to Jason Worth.
He's got a good fastball, averages 95 miles an hour.
Worth 1 for 4 last night, batting .300 on base percentage, 90 points higher than that. And the pitch up and away, 2-0. Braves are playing at Philadelphia again. That's a 4 o'clock game today. Roy Halladay going for the Phils. Mike Minor 9-10 Atlanta. Halladay's 10-7. Magic number is 7. Way outside, ball 3.
The magic number for the Giants is 2. I was looking today, Giants fans, very clever. They have a picture of Magic Johnson holding up their magic number.
Now that's magical.
Yes.
Oh, the Dodgers and the Giants. They love each other. Fastball, and he'll get the call. Worth ready to head for first. Instead, the count's 3-2.
It's not a strike. Jason Worth is all systems going, a 3-1 count, even leading off a game. And if he didn't swing, it wasn't a strike. He knows the strike zone as well as any hitter in baseball.
Save big at Nissan's bottom line sales event through October 1st. Visit ChooseNissan.com or stop by your local dealer. This will be one of those concert crowds today. A lot of folks in the ballpark, but a whole lot more arriving during the game. And finally, Dierks Bentley's in town, and we're glad he is. He threw out the first pitch. 3-2, and then his little guy threw one out from about 5 feet in front of home plate. That was adorable.
He threw the first pitch free and easy.
Yeah, and Ross Detweiler had to elevate to go get it. It was a high heater.
My favorite Dierks Bentley songs, Free and Easy.
3-2 pitch. That'll get Worth to first. He'll sprint on down there. We found out a couple of nights ago against the Dodgers, when Worth gets on, opposing pitchers have lots of pressure.
Yeah, right in the stretches, Willie Peralta. Let's go STG inside the numbers with his repertoire. Fastball averaging 95.6 miles an hour. Slider is supposed to be his out pitch. Occasional curve, occasional change.
So Harper gets a right-hander here early. Off the bag at third is Ramirez. I don't know if Bryce would think about it, but there's a pretty good bunting lane down the third base line.
I thought the key to the game last night, or one of the kind of sleeper keys to the game, was the 3-0 green light for Bryce Harper. It seemed like Sean Markham was on the ropes at that time. He was having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, and that's the second night in a row Bryce had done that. I mean, does a rookie get the leeway to do that on his own?
Well, that's Davey. He's an aggressive manager. He's an offensive guy, and yeah, he's going to let his guys hack. But that was a crucial point, I thought, offensively for the Nationals in that game last night.
Little did we know, virtually no offense the rest of the night after LaRoche hit the first inning 2-run homer. And when I talked Bunt a moment ago, I wasn't even thinking about a sacrifice, talking about a base hit. Now he has a hitter's count of 2-0.
And this is where you have a young pitcher on the mound. All of a sudden, the Brewers in a wild card chase, a game and a half back, having trouble finding the strike zone early. You don't want to help them out.
Three and 0 on a pitch missing. 95 on the close-in heater.
Well, it's the same pitch Gio Gonzalez didn't get to Ryan Braun. First pitch to him to get to a 1-0 count. So DJ Rayburn staying consistent.
Ryan Zimmerman, first inning base hit last night. A walk later. Adam LaRoche, if the inning keeps on going. Harper, and that's strike 2. So he does what Worth did, thinking he had walked. Trent Jewett walks over to Jason Worth, and we'll see if Davey does something with the runner here.
Wow, borderline call. And Peralta gets it.
2 batters, 13 pitches, 2 full counts. Worth has a pretty good lead. He's running. Harper, swing and a miss. And that is an easy double play. Ball waiting for Jason Worth. Bases empty, 2 outs.
I mean, you got to start Jason Worth in a 3-2 count with 1 out. He's relying on Bryce Harper to put the ball in play, and once he swung through it, that's when the trouble started. Worth with a nice effort to try to get his hand in there.
Might have.
And from the first look, I thought he did, but, ball's waiting for him. I don't know if the tag ever got there. No argue from Worth, right back to the dugout.
And now he's behind Ryan Zimmerman. That was Martin Maldonado, by the way, on the caught stealing. Making his 55th start as the Brewers catcher. Played a lot when Jonathan Lucroy was hurt.
Well, Maldonado and Peralta came up through the minor leagues together. And Maldonado's caught every single one of Peralta's big league starts. But these guys are great friends. They had chemistry between them. They've known each other for a long time.
Teammates in single A ball.
So the defense for the Brewers behind Peralta. Braun, Gomez, and Aoki in the outfield. Segura Ramirez on the left side. Weeks hard on the right side. And Martin Maldonado doing the catching.
It was 1-0, now 1-2 to Zimmerman. Ryan just guides it up the middle with a defensive swing. He's going to beat that out. There was actually no contest at first base as Ryan got the bag in a hurry.
Well, Ricky Weeks with a little double pump traveled on the play, and it allowed Ryan Zimmerman to leg out an infield single. See right there, double clutch. Zim hustling down the line like he always does, and infield single today in the first, and there goes the no-hitter. Smelling the knock. Get a little double pump action. Ricky Weeks right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's traveling. You got to get a dribble in there somewhere. That's steps.
Not the NBA, it's not. Here's Adam LaRoche, or at least for certain guys. And Peralta misses with the fastball. He's been behind every hitter. Home run number 31 last night. RBI total is at 96. Big shift on. Weeks well into right field. And that was a big time cut.
96 right down the middle. Fouled it straight back. Crowd's into it early. Did you hear that? Fouled it straight back, and everybody with a big ooh.
Ball hit the limestone, came back and struck DJ Rayburn, the umpire. Have they now changed that call to an error? Or maybe the scoreboard flashed base hit before they ever made the call, because the scoreboard now says error, and they're going to give one evidently to Ricky Weeks for not getting that ball out of his. Well, now they're going to say error to the pitcher for not fielding the ground ball. I like the odds of that one getting changed. 2-1 to LaRoche. Pulled the string on him. 85.
Now, does that mean I have to say hitter no, the goes there? And reverse the there goes the no hitter?
I could see that being called an error now that we look at it. But it's always difficult because you're not fielding a ball on level ground like a fielder is when you're the pitcher.
It's a hit. Bad call.
2-2 to LaRoche. Busted bat. Corey Hart grabs it. Nats gone bottom of the first. Stranding a runner after a so-called error. No score. Call for the Luna Double today. Get your second room of flooring free. 877-241-LUNA. Big crowd. The house will be full by the time everybody gets here. On to the top of the second. 11 pitches, 8 strikes for Gio Gonzalez. And an AT&T fact of the game. Ross Grimsley, the only franchise 20-game winner when he went 20-11 back in '78.
And the last DC pitcher to win 20 games was Earl Whitehill, who won 22 in 1933.
That was a good year.
Yeah. Last time a DC team went to the playoffs.
Ross Grimsley, be interesting to conjure up a picture of him. I think he and Oscar Gamble had the biggest hair in Major League Baseball in that era. Played for a bunch of teams: Orioles, Reds, Indians, Sox. Gio's going to let that one go because he knows where Danny Espinosa is playing. Danny throws out Corey Hart, who's back in the Milwaukee lineup after suffering some problems with his foot, the arch, that plantar fasciitis.
3-0 green light, ground ball to second. Gio will take that every time.
Hart had a base hit against him in the game at Milwaukee. So did Carlos Gomez, who steps in on this crystal clear blue sky late September afternoon. It is beautiful here. Good tailing fastball. Gio got a strike with it. Certainly better command early than in Atlanta last weekend. Target in now. Gomez 1 for 4 against him. Center fielder hitting .253. Gomez started with the Mets in '07. One of 4 players traded to Minnesota in the Johan Santana deal. Prior to the '08 season, he was a Twin for 2 years and then came over to Milwaukee for J.J. Hardy in November of '09. Hardy was their incumbent at shortstop. Pretty good breaking ball. Couple of hops. Espinosa waiting for that one. 3 consecutive ground balls after the Ryan Braun base hit. In fact, that ball was hit on the ground, as have the last 5. So the Nets 5.5 up on the Braves, who play at the Phillies against Halladay. The Brewers have leapfrogged the Dodgers into a 1.5 behind St. Louis for that final wild card. Cardinals Cubs just underway, no score. Dodgers won an extra inning game last night in Cincinnati, and the Phillies winners as well over the Braves. So these wild card contenders are all really playing good baseball. Milwaukee's the hottest of all, having won 24 of their last 30, including 6 straight.
My opinion still has not changed a bit. I don't like the second wild card.
Well, I agree with you. The only thing it's going to do is keep 3 or 4 cities interested in baseball a lot deeper into September than they would have been.
And that's exactly why it's there. Cha-ching.
Maldonado, 26 years of age, from Puerto Rico. Considered the best defensive catcher to come out of the Milwaukee organization in quite a while. Good breaking ball by Gio. Another ground ball. He's one of the league leaders in strikeouts, but he's saving himself a lot of pitches today. Well, pups in the park.
Dog backpack. That is awesome. I want one with the dog in it.
His name's Zim.
Dirk Bentley has a huge dog following.
Man, we heard there was some barking, by the way, about those calls on Jason Worth back in the first inning. Nationals fans, pick up your playoff clinch t-shirt and cap. It's at the main team store located near the center field gate. There are select stands throughout the ballpark that have them as well. 202-640-7777 to check it all out. Hopefully there will be a division clinching line of apparel straight ahead. Very nice. Sharp caps. Love the gray.
Yeah, get them right now. Hopefully those things are yesterday's news here in about 4 or 5 games.
Wear it for a week before it becomes a keepsake. Michael Morse hitting .286. Young hard thrower. Veteran guy who likes fastballs. Good matchup here. Desmond Espinosa. Michael had a big series in Milwaukee, capped off by that huge game on Sunday. But the Nats nailed down that series. Morse in that series had 6 hits, 6 RBIs, walked twice, and was hit by a pitch. So he was all over the bases at Miller Park. Checked in with a base hit last night. Did he hold? He did.
And they said this when the Nats were in Miller Park, but what kind of numbers could Michael Morse, Ryan Zimmerman, Adam LaRoche put on the board if they were Brewers playing in that ballpark for 81 games?
Yeah. Aramis Ramirez must feel like he has gone to baseball heaven there. I mean, Wrigley can be a hitter's park, but there's about 2 or 3 months of the year when it's not. Miller Park is the same every day.
I think that's something you got to take into consideration when you're talking about most valuable player with Adam LaRoche.
Good
that
call.
in a fair ballpark, he's hit 31 home runs and has 96 RBIs. He doesn't play in a bandbox. He plays in a pretty big yard, and he's put up some big-time numbers for a team with the best record in the National League.
I would just wonder if anybody will think that through. 2-2 in the series at Milwaukee. Just going back to Adam for a moment. He was 6 for 14 with a homer and 2 RBIs. So he had a very fine weekend there. On a 3-2 pitch, Michael getting extension. Ian Desmond, 366 over his last 3 weeks. Ian Espinosa only got 3 at-bats last night, thanks to the efficiency of the Milwaukee pitching staff. Nats got nothing after the LaRoche home run first inning. Michael Morse is going to walk, and now each leadoff man for the Nats has walked in this one. Find out why employees choose STG at STGinc.com. First pitch hackers. Desmond, one more hit than Derek Jeter. Yankees have an aggressive ball club. Miguel Cabrera, MVP of the American League, most likely. Maybe Josh Hamilton, who's been hurt.
That is the most not shocking graphic we've thrown up all season long. Really?
Next time, we'll just, at the top, we'll put duh, and then we'll let you figure out what the numbers mean. That'll be pretty cool. DJ Rayburn is giving that strike on the outside corner if Peralta elevates it some. Well, as FP says, all these hitters filing things away for the second, third times around. Seeing Willie Peralta, 23 years of age, for the first time. Making his 4th major league start. Right up the middle. It is well placed. Knocked down by Segura. It's a base hit for Desmond. And the Nats have the first 2 aboard here. Bottom of the second.
I mean, do I have to wait around to see if they call that an error too?
I think you can go ahead and say it this time.
Can I say it this time? Because I said it before. And
say it, please.
There goes the no-hitter.
Thank you.
Should have went in the first inning on Ryan Zimmerman's chopper up the middle, but Nats in business here in the second. First and second, nobody out. Nice effort right there by Segura to keep that ball in the infield. I mean, if he gloves that, he can flip it with his bare hand to Weeks, and they might have a force out at second. But you always love to see guys laying out on the infield. Nice try.
You know, watching this Gene Segura now for just the second time, I think the Brewers might be rivaling the Nats in middle infielder range. Ricky Weeks can go get him. His problem throughout his career is making too many errors on routine plays, but they've got some athletic ability up there, just like the Nats do with Desmond and Espinosa. Segura brand new to the big leagues after coming over in the Greinke deal from the Angels. Now this is where Danny needs to get the bat on the ball, move some runners, find a way to get it done here. Drive them in if you can.
That's a very aggressive offensive ball club all season long, but I feel like with Peralta right now, if you zone him up, you'll get yourself into a hitting count because he hasn't been consistent in the strike zone yet.
St. Louis with a second inning run at Chicago to lead 1-0. Brewers chasing the Cardinals. 0-2 to Danny. That's a bouncer. A wild pitch to say the least. Morse to third, Desmond to second, and a great break for the Nats.
And Peralta threw two good sliders to Espinosa to start this at bat, and the third one he tries to throw better than the first two, overthrew it down in the dirt. Nice try by Maldonado to block it, but that was a 58-foot slider off the shoulder. Big ricochet right there. Not a whole lot that Maldonado could do, but that's a huge 90-foot mistake with nobody out.
Infield in early. Ron Renicky knows who his team is facing. A potential 20-game winner. Runs are going to be precious today. And he takes it down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Espinosa.
A lot of times to hit it early in the count, you're thinking fastball. You don't pick up the slider, you swing over a few, but you know, in a 2-strike count, you're more aware of he could throw anything. So it helps you to pick up the rotation better when you're behind in the count versus early in the count. Sometimes you convince yourself it's a fastball and you don't see the off speed.
Target up in the zone a little bit. Espinosa locked up, strikes out. Danny has struck out in 1/3 of his at bats this year. That's number 177.
And that was a big at bat because now Kurt Suzuki's in a tough spot with Gio Gonzalez on deck and first base open, even though there's one out. Well, Maldonado, Peralta going to talk about it. Hey, you're comfortable right here with a base open, maybe treating Kurt Suzuki like it's an 0-2 count right from the get-go, or do you want to go right after this guy? A lot of respect for Gio Gonzalez from Ron Renicky right now. He's pulling his infield in here in the second inning.
Yeah.
With that big offense he has, it tells you what he thinks about Gio.
Suzuki's 33rd game as a Nat. All 4 of his homers, 13 of his 18 RBIs in the last 17 games. There's that outside corner again, strike 1. That's the one place where Peralta's had command with his fastball.
Well, he hasn't thrown a strike in 2 hitters and he gets a borderline call. That was generous.
Then he goes off speed, misses way out there. Kurt Suzuki could look out to center field and right field and get a pretty good idea of how the Brewers want to pitch him. 4.5 cuts of the grass toward the gap is Carlos Gomez. That ball bounces. 2-1. Not only a block, but a clean grab between the forearm and the body of Martin Maldonado. Big pitch here. Suzuki will slap it out to right. Aoki, he has a good arm. 7 outfield assists on the year. Here comes Michael Morse, and he is out, tagged on the way by, even though the throw was up the line. So the Brewers have a strike him out, throw him out double play, and a fly him out, throw him out double play today. Aoki made this really not very close.
In a scoreless ball game, and as the Cy Young talk heats up, Gio Gonzalez is a legitimate contender, and pitching coach Steve McCatty says he absolutely should be. He's been right there with all the other names up for it, like Cueto and Dickey, all season long. The fact that he's going for his 20th win puts him at the top of the list in McCatty's eyes. He said there also should be some added weight to the fact that the Nationals are in a pennant race where there's more pressure, and every outing is bigger and bigger.
For me, that's an important thing. That's something that weighs into it. It's not always about who has the most strikeouts, the least amount of walks, the whip, the whatever the little things they throw at you. I look at the guy that does what I think is the best job, and he gives you innings, he gives you strikeouts, he competes, he does all those things. He's in the top. So for me, he's definitely right there.
I talked to Steve McCatty about if he thinks the pressure of the pennant race is affecting his pitchers at all. He said, absolutely not. I think we're all pretty much focused on what we want to do. They're not getting tight. They're still having fun doing some of the goofy things that a lot of people don't get to see behind the scenes, and the pressure's really not getting to them at all, guys.
That's our sideline report from AFCEA, the Association for Global Security Professionals. Well, my forward-thinking partner brought up that point when we were in New York, FP. Almost 2 weeks ago, because we were talking about Gio and R.A. Dickey. Dickey pitching on a non-contending ball club, pitching beautifully, but maybe not the start-to-start pressure.
Well, I honestly think, and no offense to R.A. Dickey, he's had an amazing year, that it comes down to Cueto and Gio Gonzalez. Both those guys pitch on winning ball clubs, and to Steve McCatty's point, yeah, you're going out there in a pennant race in September with a lot of heat on you. 24 other guys counting on your outing to get you to the postseason.
Just as we talked about ballparks that hitters play in, what about the ballpark that Johnny Cueto pitches in half the time? You think that gets some consideration as well? Because Cincinnati's tough.
Sure does.
Breaking ball, chopped to third. Here comes Zimmerman on a short hop. Safe. Did all he could. Gene Segura just too fast.
Yeah, that guy can fly. A swinging bunt right here from Segura, and we've seen Zimmerman make this play all season long. Got something on the throw, right on the money, but Segura just too fast. You can't do it any better than Zimmerman did it. But he beat that easy.
It's a man who stole 139 bases in his minor league career. And once he gets comfortable at this level, he'll be another Milwaukee base stealer. If he's not already. He's got a good lead. Drew a long look from Gio. That bunt attempt by Peralta is fouled.
It's such a luxury to have a fast guy in the 8-hole in the National League, because now the pitcher's bunt just has to get on the ground. It doesn't even have to be a good one, and he's going to advance.
Segura, by the way, at this level is 5 out of 6 stealing. Peralta yet to lay down a major league sacrifice bunt. Stabs at that, strike 2. Not a good effort. Now Gio can take him up the ladder, do whatever he wants in an 0-2 situation.
If I had a guy that was that eager to bunt balls, I would throw one in, off the plate in.
Squares around. And he's stabbing again. So Gio says, well, go out and get it, since you couldn't do it last time. A very important first out in a scoreless game. Top of the order coming up. Next year's schedule is published. 20-game partial plans available. Check out the schedule. Pick out some games. Bring family and friends to the ballpark. Check it out, nationals.com/2013. Or call 202-675-NAT. Some restrictions apply. Top of the order now. Here's the speedster. Another one, Nori Aoki. And we'll see if, with one out, Segura might be on the move here. But he's got a lefty staring right at him.
Aoki stepped out, got the signs again from Cedar. It usually warrants a throw over.
It warrants a long look. Aoki fouling it straight back. Bunted beautifully right down the third base line to get their game-winning rally started. Top of the 9th last night. He's on an 11-game hitting streak. And there's been some talk about him for Rookie of the Year, even though he's 30 and he played 8 years at the highest level in Japan. 3-time Central League batting champion, 200 hits twice, 7-time All-Star, 6 Gold Gloves, 6 times he hit 300, and they're talking about him for Rookie of the Year.
Kind of opposite of Bryce Harper, huh?
He's already been the Rookie of the Year over there back in 2005 when he had 202 hits. Takes a big time cut there. Discover Kia's full lineup of high quality, stylish, and dependable vehicles. To learn more, visit kia.com. He's had 4 hitting streaks this year of at least 10 games. So he shares something with his fellow countryman, Ichiro, back in 2001.
I think he was a Rookie of the Year, too.
He's going to the Hall of Fame, even though he was over there for so many years. No balls, 2 strikes. Another long look. Gio's done a good job of freezing the runner. He goes. Pitch up. Suzuki late. Gene Segura just simply outran it. And he is 6 out of 7 at the major league level. And that's 149 for the Brewers.
Not the greatest jump in the world, but good enough with his speed. Gio trying to keep him close. Suzuki got a great pitch to throw on, almost a modified pitch out right there from Gio Gonzalez. But once again, the speed of Segura on display.
Aoki this year, 46 RBIs. Let's check out his contact. 48 strikeouts in 482 at-bats. So he makes contact right around 90% of the time.
Well, you'd think Gio would go back to that curveball maybe right here with 2 strikes that he struck him out with the first time.
Jams him with a heater. Little pop fly, Desmond shading and catching on the run. He was fighting the sun. And if you remember, when the Nats were home a couple of weeks ago, sun tough here on weekdays, or rather weekday games this time of the year.
Yeah, nice play by Ian Desmond. That was a lot harder than it looks. You see him squinting right there, fighting the sun. I like how he took a half a step back right there. That's not easy to do when you're going for a foul ball, but the pitch from Gio Gonzalez was perfect. Suzuki set up down and then he hit the spot and jammed Aoki.
That was a fair ball when caught. Ricky Weeks bounced out to Adam LaRoche, first time up. Ricky Weeks came into this game hitting .319 over the last 3 weeks. Trying to get that batting average up. He's at the .230 mark after hitting under 200 prior to the All-Star break. Great fastball. That's a broken bat ground ball waiting to happen.
Well, the command from Gio Gonzalez with all of his pitches so far today has just been perfect. Plant that fastball in the inner half, maybe a hair off. Weeks didn't like the call. Gio did.
Kinetic North America on the pitch track.
That's late. Wow.
And Gio's upset. That was a curveball that was right in the strike zone.
Let's listen to it and see if it was a little bit late.
Oh my gosh, yes. Gio right into his motion at the time. And there's no doubt about it, umpires certainly favor hitters when it comes to that.
Well, you don't have to give somebody timeout. It's a request. Doesn't have to be granted by the home plate umpire ever.
So then he overthrows the fastball a bit, 93. So a count of 1-2 potentially, now 2-1.
Yeah, a little frustration behind that fastball. Kurt Suzuki going to go out there and calm his lefty down. Knows him better than anybody, right? From his Oakland days, the Battery, they worked together. So he saw the body language from Gio after that curveball in the timeout, and just going down to settle him down. It's a good trip.
If the umpire had waited 1 beat after the request, the pitch probably would have counted. But the grant of the timeout was given immediately. That breaking ball gets in on the hands of Ricky Weeks. Strike 2.
And see, that pitch right there from Gio Gonzalez is, to me, the biggest part of his development as a major league pitcher. When he had that curveball in Oakland, he spun it up there so hard. It was a 2-strike out pitch that was tough to take. But now, the more mature, polished Gio Gonzalez can throw that in a 2-1 count for a strike.
And a ball driven to center. Harper after it, looking, reaching, catching it. Right back over the top of his ball cap again. And suddenly the rookie's turning into one of the best center fielders in baseball, making that particular play.
I don't even think he saw it. They probably appreciated that catch from Bryce Harper. Let's check it out one more time. As the cloud rolls through the middle of the pitch, Ricky Weeks gets a fastball up and puts a charge into this. And the part that I love with Bryce Harper is how smooth he is in the outfield when he's running for a baseball. You know, on the infield, when he's running the bases, the helmet comes off. There's change coming out of one pocket, car keys out of the other. He's all over the place when he's going first to third. But in the outfield, very smooth, keeping his head still. And as a center fielder, that's key. Keep that head still, and he knows where the ball is going to end up, even if he can't look it all the way into his glove. Great play once again from a guy who I think is going to win a lot of gold gloves in center field.
Well, we're already seeing things that just cannot be taught. Amazing. How many runs has he saved the Nats in this series? At least 2 already. Gio leads off, and this is probably the primary reason that Bo Porter sent Michael Morse last inning. Take a shot, make the guy throw your runner out at home plate with the pitcher coming up next. And that's what Aoki did. So here we are, bottom of the third, scoreless game. Gio on the year, 6 for 60 with a homer, 4 RBIs. Had him reaching for a breaking ball. Strikeout number 3 for Willie Peralta. Top of the order, top of the hour, Nationals Park. Going to have a full house by the time it's all said and done today. Dierks Bentley is in the house for a post-game concert. Top of the order with Worth, who walked first time up. By the way, after the game, a duet with Byron Kerr and Ray Knight. Johnny Holiday with the Terps over at West Virginia today. Now that is a tough place to play a road game. Worth, yes, fair ball into the corner. Aoki picks it up, fires to second, cut off, 1-out double. Jason Worth on base in this series now 3 consecutive times.
You know, there's a lot of things you can talk about as you come down the stretch, but I think to simplify it, if Larry Leadoff gets on and Bryce Harper sets the table, the 2 top guys in the order, if they can get on consistently, that's how the rest of the offense goes. They're the key. You get Worth on, you get Harper on, everything else falls into place. And you see the dirty uni early from Jason Worth, good sign. Larry Leadoff on again, that's twice. Little clap, trying to fire up the dugout, fire up his ball club. Little tremor, double.
Just had a Worth quick. I like it. Harper hasn't been able to make contact yet against Peralta. Struck out swinging in the first, and on strike 3, Worth was gunned down trying to steal. Nats have a runner at second base for the 3rd time. That'll put the Nats on top. A little slicer down the left field line. Bryce Harper, RBI number 52. 1-0 Washington.
Take a run away, drive one in. And if those 2 guys stay hot, look out, I'm telling you. And Jason Worth with a double down the right field side. And Bryce Harper backs it up with a double down the left field side.
You know, he's got a great left field stroke for such a young guy. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking right here, and I bet you Bryce thinking it as well. This pitcher has had a few bouncers, and he would love to get to third base with 1 out.
Well, I didn't say it last night, and it didn't work out, but the Nats are 67-19 when they score first.
That was a very rare loss in that situation last evening.
I will take full responsibility for that loss, for not dropping that stat last night.
Harper inching off. Gets a huge secondary lead. He runs the bases like you would want everybody to. By the time that pitch was delivered to home, he was a third of the way to third base or beyond. Ricky Weeks appears mildly interested in keeping him close. They're going to throw in behind him, and he's going to third. How about that? Come on. Who does this?
Set a trap. As soon as he saw Maldonado come up, he just bolted for third. The run till they tag you offense. Once again from Bryce Harper. And I think he knew he was out right here, and he just said, okay, I'll go third. Try to get me over here.
Not even close.
It's so much fun to watch on a daily basis.
So Ron Roenicke has to pull his infield in again. 0-2 to Zimmerman. Ryan needs to find contact here. They're going to pitch him away. And he'll take it. Zimmerman sitting on 86 RBIs. Saw a ball game a couple of days ago when Bryce Harper's aggressiveness got Ryan an easy RBI. There goes the bat right into the Milwaukee dugout as Ryan Zimmerman strikes out.
And I'll tell you, lost in the shuffle right now, back-to-back doubles by the Nationals. Willie Peralta's found his slider. Didn't throw it for a strike the first 2 innings, but he's got a good feel for it here in the third. Another one down and away. They said it's his best pitch, is his out pitch, and he's made the adjustment.
Nyjer Morgan, probably the guy who tossed that bat back out of the dugout.
And there it is again.
First pitch to a left-handed batter, befuddling Adam LaRoche, which is not easy to do. Shift on, Weeks 30 feet into right field. A lot of room where the second baseman usually is, and Adam looking to make some contact. He pulled it to Corey Hart, unassisted ground ball, first time up. So the Nats would like to make Marvin Hudson field the ball here for a 2-out RBI.
Yeah, hit it to Marvin. I don't think he's going to make a play. And if he does, it'll be news.
Target in. 88. Slide piece again. Adam did well to stay alive. St. Louis has added a couple of runs at Chicago. Top of the third, 3-0. They are 1.5 up on the Brewers in the race for the second wild card spot.
Good block by Maldonado with Harper on third.
He's been busy. Big RBI by Bryce Harper. Now he hopes to score a run. With LaRoche behind in the count. Bryce will be trying to pounce on any breaking ball that might bounce here. Fastball sails way upstairs. 2-2.
Fastball up to get back to that slider in. See if he goes with it.
He did. LaRoche able to fight it off. It's a good job of hitting right there. Michael Morse walked leading off the second. I'll tell you one thing the Nats are doing. They're piling up the pitch count for young Willie Peralta. He's about to throw his 65th pitch with 2 outs in the third. Gio's only thrown 39 today. Scoreboard was wrong. He has thrown 60 pitches now. And a 3-2 to LaRoche. Fighting and fighting to stay alive for an RBI here.
Right now, Peralta, better feel for his off speed than his fastball. The guy throws 95, a lot of sliders. Tells you a couple things: confidence in the off speed and confidence in his catcher to block it if he throws it in the dirt.
Pitch number 9 of this matchup coming. It's a quiet man having a loud year.
And watch pitch track, everything down and in, mostly sliders to LaRoche. Look at that. And he is locking horns right now with Willie Peralta. It's a good fight.
LaRoche into the corner. An amazing at bat. The Nats lead 2-0. He digs for 2. 3 doubles in the 3rd inning. That's how you drive in 100 runs.
What a great at bat. Are you kidding me? That's why that guy's the Nats MVP, and he should get some consideration around the league for National League MVP. What an at bat. One too many sliders from Willie Peralta to Adam LaRoche. Great job of fouling off a bunch of borderline pitches to get one out over the plate, and a big 2-out RBI for Adam Cool.
It's about the most emotion he'll ever show. Aoki had him played to pull down in the corner. Adam hit the ball so hard, Aoki only could play it off the wall. That's got to be one of the top 10 at-bats of the year right there, if not higher. So the Nats lead by 2. Michael Morse with another runner in scoring position coming in.
It's such a rough at-bat, too, from a hitter's standpoint mentally. You're thinking to yourself, how many 3-2 sliders is he going to throw me? He's got to get to that 95 sooner or later. So what you do as a hitter is you just be ready for the fastball, and if he throws the slider, catch it out front.
Well, Bryce Harper deserved the score the way he ran the bases and drove in that run.
I mean, I've been there before. You're saying he can't throw me another slider. You got to be ready for the fastball. He's going to try to sneak that fastball by me. No way he throws me 4 in a row. No way he throws me 5 in a row. And he did, but LaRoche called off a bunch of borderline ones to get to the hanger, finally, to drive in the run.
And now Morse takes it 2-0, and this inning's getting even longer for Willie Peralta. Morse got an 83. The ball was sitting up and he fouled it. 2 balls, 1 strike. That fastball whistling inside, 3-1.
Look out right here.
Peralta really slowing down his work right here, so Michael gets time and steps out. .25 pitches in this inning. 42 in the first two combined. And he's still not ready to throw. Morse takes it upstairs. Change up. He's walked twice, 2 on, 2 out. Third walk of the game by the rookie.
Keep the line moving. They're not going to give you something to hit. You have confidence in the guy behind you to drive in the run. That's why the Nats offense has been so good in the second half of the season.
Desmond infield hit up the middle. And a ball knocked down by Segura first time. Ground ball deep short. Segura to second. Ball gets away. Scoring is LaRoche. Third base for Morse. The Nationals lead 3-0.
And give Michael Morse credit on the backside right there for getting a good secondary lead at first base. Shuffled off hard. That was going to be close at second had they caught the ball. So little things like that make infielders rush. Segura looked up. Morse was almost to the base. Watch the hustle by Michael Morse. Rushes the throw. He might have beat that anyways. But because he was working hard at first base on his secondary lead, that made the play close at second, made Segura rush, and got the Nats a run.
That will be an interesting scoring decision.
That's a hit. If you can't get the guy out at first base, and he wouldn't have, that's a base hit. It's an infield single for Desmond.
Thus ruled. Here's Espinoza. And 3 in Desmond, RBI number 69. No RBI for Desmond. They're going to say base hit and then E6 on the throw that allowed LaRoche to score. Livan Hernandez.
Levo show, getting loose. Still getting it done. Some great quotes in the paper today saying how the Nats are going to win a World Series, and if it's not this year, it's going to be next.
Espinoza now 3-0. Andy Espinoza is going to walk on 4. Bases loaded for Kurt Suzuki. And that's 4 walks in the game, 2 in this inning by Willie all over the place Peralta right now. Kurt Suzuki will be the 9th Nat to bat in this inning. Gio Gonzalez led off by striking out. So Peralta could be facing his final hitter.
I thought Espinoza would be. Ron Renicky leaving Peralta out there for one more hitter, Kurt Suzuki. And when you talk about the Brewers offense, you can never have enough runs. And here comes Renicky. Yeah, I thought he'd come out here and get him.
Willie Peralta will go 2 2/3. He's given up 3 runs. We don't know yet if the third one is earned. We'll have to wait and see based on what Suzuki does. But he walked 4. This call to the bullpen packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Livan Hernandez on the way. your local D.C. area Land Rover Center. By Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap. And by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com. It's a beautiful day down at the marina. And it's a really good-looking scoreboard right now at Nationals Park. It could get better. I went to the clubhouse of the Brewers yesterday and told Levon that what happened here on Thursday night is something he had a lot to do with. And in his sheepish little smile, he said, I am so happy for you guys. And Levon Hernandez, such a big part of this franchise's history.
And we enjoyed every fifth day. When he took the ball, was the Levo show, whether he was making a play on defense, a comebacker, or throwing strikes, or when he came to bat. He was an entertaining guy, a true professional, and we miss him.
He's 3-0 with Milwaukee in 24 games.
Well, Kurt Suzuki's going to see about 4 different kinds of fastballs, a slider, a curveball, and a change.
Suzuki's 1 for 3 career against Levo, whose first tantalizing breaking ball is outside. There's that swing back fastball of his. They throw it off the plate to the right-hander, let it cut back.
One thing I forgot to add, he's probably really, really nervous right now, too, with the bases loaded.
He is shaken in his 37-year-old boots. Good take by Suzuki, 2-1. So third base Morse who walked. Desmond at first. Espinosa walked. It makes the Adam LaRoche run earned, as he would have been walked in eventually. Big slow breaking ball dropping in, 2-2.
65 miles an hour, folks. And he's got one that goes under 60. But everything away to Suzuki, then drops the curveball right there. 65.
He had Kurt reaching, and he got a piece of it. Levon 8-13 for the Nats in 29 starts last year, 10-12, 33 starts the year before that. He was 15-10 the year this team came from Montreal. 35 starts, 2 complete games, 246 innings. Suzuki waits for that one and pops it up. Ryan Braun, his shades are blazing in the sun. And the Nats will get 3, highlighted by doubles by Jason Worth, Bryce Harper, and Adam LaRoche. A big inning. And now Gio has a nice pad with which to work. Middle innings coming up. Yovani Gallardo, 16-game winner. He is 8-0 in his last 10 starts with a 269 earned run average. Chien-Ming Wang will be back in the rotation for the Nats. Looking for his 62nd career win. It'll be his 120th start. 1 o'clock, Nats Extra. First pitch, 135. Masson 2 HD. So Gio Gonzalez, that was a long time to sit on the bench after his at-bat. Slots, tables, and dining. The ultimate triple play, Hollywood Casino. Charlestown Races. Now, a lot of folks, I think, would be surprised by this. They'd probably know about Verlander, maybe Roy Halladay and CeCe. But Gio right there with baseball's best winners.
It's a Mount Rushmore of winners right there.
16, 15, and 19. Ryan Braun, Aramis Ramirez, and Corey Hart, 3 tough right-handers. Top of the 4th. And he sits around forever and comes right out and throws that tailing fastball on the outside corner.
I've never met a pitcher that wouldn't sit around forever for 3 runs. I'll sit here for 45 minutes, you give me runs.
39 pitches, 26 strikes in the first 2 innings, giving up 2 harmless singles, 1 an infield chopper.
Well, the fastball command today has been unbelievable from Gonzalez. Away, in, both sides of the plate, elevating it when he wants to. Lots of heaters, 81%.
And a hard breaking ball down and in to strike out one of the best hitters in the game. 3rd K of the day for Gio.
I mean, just beautiful sequence right there between Kurt Suzuki and Gio Gonzalez. Fastball away, fastball in. Show him one more fastball to get to this curveball right here. How nasty was that back knee job? Wow. Look at the spin right there. I mean, he can spin it with the best of them. You see the rotation? That's where you get the break. Dirty.
First pitch fastball, strike to Ramirez. Had him reaching. Zimmerman backs up. Time to plant. LaRoche able to dig it out. 2 outs.
Yeah, good footwork right here by Ryan. He had to give with the hop. You go get that hop, you get the in-between, so you back up and get the long end of the hop. And just another boring pick from Adam LaRoche on the back end. How easy does he make it look every time? I got you. Don't panic.
Here's Corey Hart. He grounded to second first time. First pitch breaking ball in there. Getting ahead of everybody with everything. Challenges him with a fastball. It's a fly ball for Bryce Harper. Battle with the sun here. Last second adjustment to make the catch. Talk about seizing the moment with a 3-run lead and some help from his defense. Brilliant. A strikeout away from 200, but that's okay. With only 3 strikeouts today, pitching to contact, only 48 pitches. Werth, Harper getting things going last inning.
Oh, Bryce is doing it with his glove, with his bat on the bases today. The running catch right there for the bomb by Ricky Weeks, straightaway center field. Then a little double down the line to score Jason Werth after he doubled to start off the third. You want to pick me off, you better be careful. That might go to third. Bam. Set a trap right there. Good read. Gets into scoring position. And then with 2 outs, Adam LaRoche, one of the better at-bats you'll see, driving in Bryce.
First pitch at the bottom of the 4th. Gio hits it hard. 1 hopper to Segura. 1 out. It's a good way to get yourself right back in the dugout. With a 3-run lead, his job is to keep the Brewers at bay now. That was a huge 4th inning for Gio. That might propel him right through these middle innings. Getting Braun, Ramirez, Hart not only in order, but very quickly on only 9 pitches.
I think every leadoff hitter in baseball should watch video on Jason Werth on how much time he gives a pitcher to get back into the dugout before he gets in the box. I mean, he's a master at it.
Levon drops in the breaking ball. So Hernandez has retired 2 batters. One in a critical situation for the Brewers. He doesn't get Suzuki. The Nats lead by at least 4. Flied him out, grounded out Gio. Werth is 1 for 9 against Levon career with 4 strikeouts.
And that double for Jason Werth in the 3rd inning, maybe a little bit bigger than you would initially think, because the book on Jason lately has been everything away. And he's shown the league that he wants to pull the ball this year. They've been working him away, and the fact that he hit that ball down the right field line is a good sign.
That's no swing, so that's a good thing by Werth. He was running just in case.
You know, and you don't see big league players do that very often. When the ball goes to the screen, guys will stay in the box because they don't want the umpire to think that they thought they went. Jason Werth trying to get on base any way he can, thinking, well, if you're going to call it, I'm going to start running just in case. It's good hustle and heads up.
Two and two, and that's inside.
I don't know if Levon Hernandez has ever thrown a 3-2 fastball in his entire career. Let's see what he does right here.
I think he did it twice in 1997, his first year.
He used to throw in the 90s.
Yes, he did. Fastball, center cut, and so is the base hit. Werth around first in big fashion. And Jason Werth now on an on-base tear 3 times today, 4 times in a row in this series.
Officially Lawrence leadoff, on base 3 times. A little respect. 3-2 fastball. So maybe Levon does throw 3-2 fastballs. Jason Werth ready for it. That's just perfect right there. What a great shot. Head down.
No quiver in that bat on the Exmo because he got it on the sweet spot. Bryce Harper went down and golfed one down the left field line for a double last time up. That was the hit that really opened up that 3-run inning. And he takes on a fastball away.
On base 4 times for Werth. Sir Lawrence of leadoff. That's what I'm going to go with from now on.
Bryce Harper 1 for 3, homered against Levon last year, or rather earlier this year. So that double was RBI number 52. 15 batted in last 23 games for Bryce. No trouble taking that 2-0. Harper, by the way, piling up the extra base hits now. 50 on the year, 23 doubles, 8 triples, 19 home runs.
I believe he homered off Livan Hernandez in Atlanta.
You're right.
On a curveball.
That was a long one, deep into right. But the Nats continuing to pressure the Brewers here. You can never have too many runs against these guys. That'll be 3-1 on a fastball high and tight. Ryan Zimmerman has reached on an error and struck out. Two on. How about that? 6 plate appearances today. Combined Worth and Harper on base 5 times.
Yeah, they get on. It's tough to beat this team. That's simple.
Ryan Zimmerman, 7 career hits against Livan, 2 of them home runs.
Two-seam fastball, I believe, 85, and Livan gets the call.
Cholula hot sauce on the pitch track, bringing the heat and the flavor.
I mean, Maldonado told you it was a ball because he jerked it back into the strike zone. Catchers don't have to frame strikes.
Ball gets away, runners moving up. Second time that's happened today with 1 out.
And I think the reason why the Nats are so tough to beat when Jason Worth and Bryce Harper are aboard, they're 2 of the best base runners in the National League. Both very instinctive, both not afraid to make mistakes, both very aggressive but intelligent at the same time. It's a good read right there.
Ron Renicky must feel like he's playing his infield in every inning. Because he has. Slow breaking ball. Ryan was waiting for it to come back to the strike zone. It just wouldn't. Stayed inside. 2-1. And that ball is hit well to left. See you later. 6-0 Washington.
The 23rd home run of the year for Zimmerman, and we were talking about it last night. The swing is as short as I've ever seen it. He pulled the hands in there to get to that pitch, and there was no doubt about it when he made contact.
Ryan Zimmerman has a chance for 100 RBIs. He's up to 89. Look at Adam LaRoche just served the ball the other way. And that's his 12th career hit against Livan, as the Nats are doing some great hitting here in the 4th.
Yeah, look at this sinker coming in and the bent arm swing, the short compact swing. If you're long, you don't get to this ball. You see the big leg kick, it gets down early, but the bat throw and the bat toss, throwing the hands in the strike zone, keeping them close to the body, and then getting extended after contact. Watch how short. Not a lot to that swing. When you have a short swing and your hands get in the strike zone quick, there's not a lot of holes. You're a tough out. Great swing and a big knock in this game.
doubles the lead. The Nats by 6. Here's Morse. Michael pretty eager to be hacking here. Michael has never faced Livan Hernandez. He's walked twice today. Willie Peralta passed him twice. Still only 1 out here in the 4th inning. Some trickery on that 63-mile-an-hour pitch. Ryan Zimmerman now has 67 RBIs in his last 79 games. .23 homers, 89 batted in, and he's missed about 3 weeks of the season. And with Ian Desmond on deck, the Brewers have their bullpen busy again. Morris will jack one to left. Look at a breaking ball that came rolling in there. And the Nats are all over Livan Hernandez here in the 4th.
They're not fooling anybody right now.
This is the second such inning he's had against his former teammates this year. The aforementioned one in Atlanta when Harper hit the homer.
That's the big slow curveball. Morse doing a nice job of, even though he was out in front, keeping his hands back, getting the barrel of the baseball, and another hit for the Nats. It's 4 hits in the inning, around a Harper walk.
Josh Stinson has been up for a while. And the way Gio Gonzalez is pitching, things looking good, but a long way to go.
Forget the way he's pitching. How about the way he's hitting? He started a 3-run rally in the 3rd, and he started a 3-run rally in the 4th.
By striking out and grounding out.
Yeah. Who started this rally? Gio.
You know what he did? He got himself back in the dugout real quickly so the real hitters could take care of business.
I don't want to hear you say that.
Desmond goes up hacking. Did so last time with that ground ball to deep short, on which Segura threw the ball into right field. Brewers probably checking out the scoreboard where they're now in the 6th at Chicago. St. Louis 1st and 3rd, 1 out. They lead the Cubs 3-1. Milwaukee a game and a half back of them in that wild card hunt. Desmond takes the fastball outside, 2-1. Right off the end of the bat over the Nats dugout. Looks like everybody kept their lunch.
You just feel the crowds building every single game, every home game. The intensity, the buzz in the ballpark. It's been cool to see.
Desmond hits one high in the air, right center, heading for the seats, gone! It's 9-0. 2 3-run homers in the same inning. Desmond's now driven in 71, and that's his 24th.
Well, it's some kind of strong to take an off-speed pitch, let it get deep, and go the other way. 24th home run of the year, and that was a beauty. Opposite field job over the Geico sign. And there should be smiles all around that dugout because they are swinging it today.
Nats will knock out Livan Hernandez. 5 hits, 6 runs in this 4th inning. And the Nats lead by 9.
Anytime he's going that way, he's locked in. But when he's letting off speed get this deep, going down, you see the extension head to the baseball. I think that one was all about the extension right there, staying through the baseball. And he almost hit himself right in the face on the scoreboard. Opposite field home run for Desmond, and that's where we stand. 9-0 Nationals.
Well, that's some more money for the Children's National Medical Center. $200 every time an ad hits a home run this year. How about 178 of them, counting the 2 today? And that's thanks to the generosity of our Washington area Lexus dealers. Martin Maldonado will move to first base, takes off the catcher's gear, puts on the first baseman's mitt. They just added veteran Yorvit Torrealba to their roster today. Got him from Toronto in a transaction. And the new pitcher will be a former Met, Josh Stinson, 24 years of age. Picked him up on waivers from New York.
A 2-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour. Slider, curveball change to go with it. Mostly fastball slider combo. Doesn't throw the curve very often, doesn't throw the change very often.
Some of the Nats have faced him. Danny Espinosa 0 for 1 against the right-hander. What an inning. Still only 1 out. And the count's 2-0. So the Nats a 3 spot in the 3rd, 6 more here in the 4th. Right now, Ron Renneke looking for somebody who can get the Nats out. He got only 2 2/3 from his starter today. Not the kind of ball game you want to manage when you're in a race for a wild card spot. 4-pitch walk to Espinosa. And Suzuki will be the 9th Nat to bat in the inning. And this will be the 2nd time in a row that has happened. For solutions that help you achieve your financial goals, PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Kevin Keys, 7th round pick a couple of years ago. And he's getting some work at first base in the Arizona Fall League. As we give you our minor league report, give you some details on young men who are going out to play in the Phoenix area. 1 year ago, that's where Bryce Harper was. Wasn't playing every day, a couple of times a week. It's when Randy Knorr had to chase him away. Somebody told Harper to hang next to Randy every day in the dugout while he managed to soak in all he could. And Randy said that lasted about 6 innings, and he said, "Get away from me." You know, he was full of questions and picking Randy's brain the whole time. That's a guy who's managed a minor league club to a championship. Brewers will turn a 6-4-3 double play here. And the Nats are gone in the fourth, but oh, what an inning it was. Ryan Zimmerman, 2 on, 1 out, 3-run bomb, his 23rd. And then no outs later, Ian Desmond, opposite field over the scoreboard, his 24th. The Nats have an amazing 9-run lead. Teddy comes hopscotching out of the gate. In an election year, you will have some dirty politics. And somebody's got Teddy in his sights. He ended up down on the turf. Tom Jefferson took him down. And then Abe being manhandled by one of his handlers right there. Wins the race. You can own a piece of DC baseball history. Game-used baseballs, bases, other commemorative items from the playoff clincher the other night and this historic 2012 season. Available at the Memorabilia Kiosk, located section 112 and 113, main concourse, third base side. Email memorabilia@nationals.com to check it out. Here comes Gio, 48 pitches in 4 innings. First time in a while he's missed on a first pitch to anybody. In this case, Carlos Gomez, who bounced out to Espinoza. First time up. Challenge fastball on 2-0. Jason Worth. 7 in a row retired by Gonzalez, with Maldonado and Segura the next 2.
Just a perfect day for baseball here at Nats Park. This whole homestand, the weather's been just incredible.
Martin Maldonado bounced out to short first time. And Gio's gone 2-0 on 2 consecutive hitters, and now 3-0 on the Brewers' first baseman. Segura next, and I don't see anybody warming up. They might leave Josh Stinson into bat if the inning goes to the number 9 spot. Gio's mad at himself for walking a man on 4 pitches with a 9-run lead. Day game tomorrow, 1:30, Chin Ming Wong and Giovanni Gallardo. And then the wraparound series continues into Monday with Jordan Zimmerman looking for number 12 and former Nat Marco Estrada. Then it's on to Philly for 3 night games. Last road trip of the season, or shall I say the regular season. Strike to the shortstop, Gene Segura.
What's that matchup in Philly again tonight, Carp?
Mike Minor, Roy Halladay at 4 o'clock.
Let's go. Come on.
Why don't you say, let's go, Doc?
Let's go, Phillies.
He said it. He didn't want to say it.
You have to for 2 more days.
And by the way, it is not the pitcher spot next. It's Jorvi Torrealba. Came in on the double switch. That's why the Brewers did that. There he is. Nets have seen plenty of him over the years. One ball and 2 strikes. Gio Gonzalez in the first 2 innings today had 5 ground ball outs. He's had 1 since. It is no contest on his pitches versus 3 Milwaukee pitchers. So in 1 hour and 5 minutes, the Braves at the Phillies will be getting underway. 3 o'clock on a magnificent baseball afternoon. Bob F.P. Christina, Masson HD. The Nats have busted this thing out to a 9-0 lead with a 6-run 4th. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4, and that's 200 for Gio Gonzalez.
The last DC pitcher to do that was Walter Johnson when he struck out 228 in 1916. How about that?
Wow.
Congratulations, Gio. Let's check it out one more time. Fastball up and away, number 200 for Gio Gonzalez.
He passed his teammate Steven Strasburg with his 2nd strikeout today. Strasburg was still 4th in the league going into today. Hamels 202, R.A. Dickey 205, Clayton Kershaw 206. And if you want to talk innings, Gio Gonzalez is in his 191st inning of the year. So he's going to be a 200 guy. Jorvi Torrealba, 34-year-old catcher. 258 career hitter. 56 homers, 323 RBIs. Giants, Mariners, Rockies, Padres, Rangers. Most recently Blue Jays for just 10 games this year.
And check out the top 3, we think, candidates for Cy Young. And Gio just jumped in the 200 strikeout club with R.A. Dickey.
He's lowered that ERA from 2.95.
That includes R.A. Dickey's strikeouts today as well.
Breaking ball hit to short. Desmond has it. Espinosa. Top of the 5th is over. So Gio, 5 innings, giving a good hitting ball club virtually nothing with a big lead. a day for the Nats offense. 9 runs on 10 hits, 2 home runs. And the Washington area Toyota dealers also want to rack up some strikeouts from Gio and company. So they help children receiving great medical treatment with their families at their sides at the National Institutes of Health. $37 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout. And Gio Gonzalez has 200 of them this year. He's going to lead off for the 3rd consecutive inning. Let's see if he can start another rally.
Let's see if he can start one more.
Taking a healthy cut, hit the ball hard last time with the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th against Lee Vaughn. Bounced out to short. Then the Nats exploded for 6 runs on 5 hits and a walk. Oh, that is high and tight, a fastball at 92, and Gio barely got out of the way.
A message sent there after the first swing.
And that's not the elevation that anybody's looking for right there. So he's supposed to stand there and not swing or take little baby swings?
I was thinking one thing when he swung like that. Don't get hurt. Don't pull something swinging that hard this late in the season in a 9-0 game. But yeah, he can't go down there and tell that to Gio. He's a competitor. He's competing.
Yeah, it's a line drive right at Ricky Weeks. It's hit the ball hard twice today. Top of the order again. We'll see if Jason Worth can keep things going. He's been on base 4 times in a row, going back to last night. Singled in the 8th inning last night. Walk in the 1st today. Doubled in the 3rd. Singled in the 4th. The tallest table setter in baseball.
And one of the best.
To the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, something interesting has happened in Chicago. The Cubs have picked up 3 on a David DeJesus home run in the bottom of the 6th and lead St. Louis 4-3. Milwaukee getting a little badly needed help in the midst of a bad afternoon for them. R.A. Dickey, by the way, in that game against the Marlins has a 4-0 lead in the 8th. So he's in line for number 19. Worth will hit this ball with authority to right. It backs up Aoki, and he gathers it in right on the edge of the track. Jason Worth swinging the bat really well.
Yeah, going the other way with authority all day long.
So the Mets got a couple. DeJesus hit a home run, a solo, and they get 4, actually 3 in that inning to lead 4-3. And Harper lines one to left center. He'll take a big round to the bag here until Ryan Braun stops him. And Bryce Harper is 2 for 3 with a walk.
I mean, you better get the ball in quick. And Bryce Harper's never satisfied with the base he already has. Pretty swing, by the way. Going the other way. He does that, look out, just dumps a hard line drive into left field, and then watch the huge turnaround first, thinking two, and now he's got to bust it back just in case there's a throw behind. That's how you run the bases.
And this might be time to pull out the reins and tell a young guy who's super aggressive to stay at first base.
Oh no, you don't steal when you're up 9-0. Not going anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
He knows that.
Zimmerman 1 for 3 today. Hard to believe he's 1 RBI away from 90. Not from watching him, just from some of the things this season had in store for Ryan with the shoulder. It just prevented him from getting to the ball for the longest time. I think months ago he wouldn't even have been able to foul off that pitch.
I had a rough go of it. He was playing jacked up, and he was going out there every day trying to get the job done. And everybody's worried about his swing, and like we said at the time, hitters always get to their handicap. They always get to their numbers. Some seasons it's just a little bit later than others, and look where he's sitting.
He's going to be punched out on the outside corner there. 5th inning over, the Nats have stranded only 6 runners while scoring 9, and on to the top of the 6th. Finish what he starts. His efficiency today and his pitch count has put him in a position to do just that.
Yeah, anytime you're going around the order for the 3rd time in the top of the 6th inning, you got it going on. So for Gio Gonzalez today, it's been all about his fastball, and it has all year long, but the command down and into righties, down and away, putting it wherever he wants it. Him and Kurt Suzuki in good sync together.
Like they were in Oakland. They know each other well, huh?
Absolutely. And if he can spot that fastball the way he has today, I mean, then, what do you do as a hitter? He showed you he can go both sides with it, elevate it when he wants to. And it's not just a fastball, it's, mid-90s.
Nori Aoki has struck out and made it out to Ian Desmond on a fly ball near the left field line. This one deep, and Harper's not going to get it. And that ball will beat him to the track and bounce over for a ground rule double.
That ball fooled Bryce Harper. He thought that was a routine fly ball to center field and it had an extra gear. A fastball right down the middle and little pose at the end. Maybe thought he got him.
And I think Gio thought he got him.
And Bryce Harper thought that was a high fly ball to center field, and it hit right against the wall on the track, backside for a ground rule double.
Here's Ricky Weeks. You can see certain pitcher reactions when they think the ball is leaving the yard, and Gio had that reaction, but it stayed in. He's only given up 9 home runs all year, which is really amazing. A guy over 190 innings. Seldom gives up the long ball.
You saw the pitcher reaction, and then you saw the hitter reaction too. Aoki thought he got him. Let's check it out. Extension right there. Thought he got a homer.
2-0 pitch. Weeks will slap it out to center. Harper's busy, and that one's off his glove. Second and third, nobody out suddenly. Not an easy play, but Bryce will tell you, a makeable play.
Yeah, he's probably not happy with himself right now. I mean, the ball was hit, he was tracking, and if you look at the route he took, it was perfect. He was there in time. It just clanked off his glove. Maybe the head moving a little bit too much, or maybe the glove blocked out his vision because of the outstretched hand. And there you see Aoki can only advance 1 base.
No ruling yet. Here's Ryan Braun. E8. Bryce Harper's 6th error of the year. Ryan Braun base hit in the first. Swinging strikeout to lead off the 4th. A guy who gets his game to another gear when there are men on base.
Well, this will be interesting because you feel like Gio has another gear with men on base too.
Yep. Fastball low. 2-1. Out to short. It'll score a run. All the Nats 1 are outs. Desmond gets it. And Aoki scores on Ryan Braun's 107th RBI. Second of this series.
I usually say that's how you drive in 100, but I guess in that case you say that's how you drive in 107.
Maybe 120 by the time he's done. Not a whole lot in the box score today. Prior to the Aoki double, very little offense for the Brewers. Just 2 hits through 5. And a swing and a miss as Gio blows it by Aramis Ramirez. Ricky Weeks moved to third on that play. And Gonzalez goes hard breaking ball down and in. That is right-hander Tyler Thornburg, one of their 9 right-handed relievers. They have 1 lefty, Manny Parra. 2-1 pitch. Aramis Ramirez to right. That'll back up Worth and easily score Ricky Weeks. So it'll be 9-2 with 2 outs here in the 6th. And for Aramis Ramirez, his 97th RBI. Bases empty, 2 outs. They need a pinch hitter for the pitcher here. Going to see Jeff Bianchi, is how he actually pronounces his last name, infielder.
You know, normally I'm not real concerned about this number, but when you're talking about Gio Gonzalez and a Cy Young, are those runs earned?
Well, at least one isn't, because Weeks reached on the error. So you wait and see what happens for the 3rd out. Yeah, actually, it looks like both runs now would be unearned, because if Harper catches that ball, inning over. So Gio gives up 2, and neither will be earned. So the ERA will not suffer at all. And as you say, this is the one time you look at that sort of thing as being meaningful. Jeff Bianchi, 25-year-old infielder from Lancaster, PA, and a former Pennsylvania High School Player of the Year. Bouncer, Espinosa. Got down the line in a hurry. Did Bianchi, but he's gone. Milwaukee picks up a couple of unearned runs. The Nats still very much in control of this one. Four, 5, 6 for the Nats, who lead 9-2, out hitting Milwaukee 11-3. Third-year pro Tyler Thornburg takes over for the Brewers here. 3rd rounder back in 2010, out of Riverwood, Georgia, and he went to Charleston Southern. We're going to see some Brewers, I think, coming in off the bench and start playing some different positions here.
And Thornburg is a 3-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, change. Fastball in the low 90s.
Nyjer Morgan will play left field for the Brewers, so Ryan Braun will get the rest of this day off. The man who just pinch hit, Jeff Bianchi, will stay in and play third base.
Doesn't he have to play for the Yankees someday? You call him Bianchi the Yankee? I mean, it's almost got it, right?
That's how he pronounces it.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, maybe he pulled a Theismann on that deal, hoping he would play there someday.
Yeah. It's a natural fit.
Adam LaRoche. He goes up swinging, fouls it off to the left. A couple of the Nats have seen Tyler Thornburg in the past. Tom Gorzolani warming up. Gio Gonzalez has thrown 81 pitches, 51 strikes through 6. This may indicate that Davey will gladly take 6 for Gio, get him out of there with a 7-run lead. We'll see how he plays it. LaRoche will lift one to right, and this one is gone. The Nats have done it again, and that's a career-high tying 32nd for Adam LaRoche. RBI number 98.
And the 3rd hit of the day for Adam LaRoche, so the average going up with the 32 and the 98. Single, double, home run today for Adam Cool. Let's check it out. Number 32 again. Fastball up, out over the plate. There's the sweet swing we've seen all season long. The extension. How good is Adam LaRoche?
9 homers in September. And now 17 RBIs in his last 20 games. He also has 2 more extra base hits today. 64 on the year. Amazing.
Well, I just think back to last year when he had all the injuries and he wasn't playing and struggling, new guy on the block, and everybody trying to figure out who's this guy LaRoche with the good numbers his whole career. And him having to not be a part of it last year because of that shoulder, and to be right back in the middle of it. And now in September, on the team with the best record in baseball, we're talking about MVP. Amazing. I mean, I don't know if he cares about comeback player of the year, but for me, that's a layup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can close that voting booth right now.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike to Michael Morse, who's had a perfect day. 2 walks, a base hit. So the Nationals lead 10-2 on 3 home runs, and they are 1 away from 180 as a team, setting a new record every time one sails over the wall.
Didn't see Drake on that one, his son, but Drake, if you're in the clubhouse, your dad's a stud.
Morse with another base hit. He's on for the 4th time today. So Michael getting his batting average up over 290 again. Ian Desmond's had a perfect day. 2 base hits and a 3-run homer. Take your pick on the box score today. 5 guys with multi-hit games. Just read it, digest it, enjoy it.
Trying to digest it. It's not going down very easy. There's lots of hits and homers in there. Tater Festival.
This is very welcome after last night's struggles when the Nats had 2 in the first. 3 hits the rest of the night. And a tough to take 4-2 loss. But you measure teams by how they bounce back. Sometimes it's the next inning. Sometimes it's the next day.
Because they got a guy that doesn't panic running the ship.
Almost 2 home runs per game on the average. Wow. This month. And LaRoche leading the way with 9.
Is .90 like a wall scraper?
That's when you're midway between 3rd and home. Desmond sharply hit. And then the would-be catcher Maldonado, now first baseman, thinks better of the throw and takes the 3 unassisted. Danny Espinosa next.
He done a nice job after that first at bat where he was real aggressive and struck out, to drawing a few walks, seeing the ball, getting into a few at bats. Nice.
Man, you look at this lineup, it's going to give somebody a major headache in postseason play. Don Sutton, who never missed a start in 22 years, used to say you would look at the lineup card and say, okay, where are the outs? Look at this lineup and try to answer that question.
Pitcher, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Target away. Espinosa drills it up the middle. He hit it too well. Was that a catch? Yes. Ted Barrett, the first base umpire, will say it's a catch, and Gomez dropped it as he might have been thinking about doubling Morse off second.
Let's see if it was on the exchange. Like a double play, how many times do you see a middle infielder drop the ball in a double play and he's called out?
Pretty close.
Yeah, let's check this out in Exmo. I mean, the rule states, and it's never called this way, that you actually have to take the ball out of the glove and show the umpire with your bare hand, but I thought that was a catch. I thought they got it right.
Yeah, and if you go by the exchange theory, he was trying to switch it to the bare hand. Marvin Hudson was watching the runner at second base, so Ted Barrett from first actually made that call. And he was on the move. He was emphatic about it. And that's what you're looking for an umpire. Decisiveness. And, of course, being correct.
I'm looking the part, too. Ted Barrett right there. I mean, he looks the part. He just looks like an umpire. There he is.
Longtime American League guy.
Yep. He's an umpire.
Maybe Gio does pitch the seventh. You know, it's hard to tell in the dugout because he talks to anybody, even when he's still in the game. You know, we look for handshakes and conversation to determine whether or not one of the guys is done. That ball hanging up for the run of Aoki. And the Nats will settle for the run on the Adam LaRoche leadoff home run. It ties his career high. 32 with the 06 Braves, 32 with the 2012 playoff-bound Nats. And Mercedes-Benz of Alexandria. Bryce Harper has had a make things happen day. Look at all those categories. Ryan Zimmerman, Ian Desmond, 3-run shots in that 6-run fourth, and Gio setting a great tone against a good ball club with good pitching right from the start today.
It started from the first batter of the game. Watch the curveball. Aoki, the late swing. That gives staying back a whole new meaning. And then I think the fastball command's been the key for Gio all day. He's been able to elevate it for a chase pitch with 2 strikes, but getting ahead, moving it in, moving it out, keeping it down the zone. His stuff from the first hitter of the game has been some of the best stuff we've seen from him all year.
Very economical all day. Coming off a 16-pitch inning in the 6th. Gomez, Maldonado, Segura for the Brewers, top 7. This could be nice. 1 pitch. LaRoche to Gio. Out on a close play. And Gomez comes up limping.
A little smile. Good feed. Nice lead. Hit me in stride and a bang-bang play at first. Ted Barrett right on top of it. You don't usually see Adam LaRoche range this far to his right, but he knew where his infielders were playing. That Espinosa was up the middle, so good range by LaRoche. Good feed right on the money, and they just get Gomez at first. Perfect feed. Bang, bang. Ted Barrett right on top of it. Good call. And Gio obviously touched the base, clearly.
One spike just a little lower than the other. Here's Martin Maldonado.
I mean, his foot was right in the middle of the base. It's obvious.
And a good breaking ball on 0-2, a chopper foul. Discover Kia's full lineup of high-quality, stylish, and dependable vehicles. To learn more, visit kia.com. So, National League lefties since 2000. Only 4. Clayton Kershaw, of course, last year. Pretty elite company.
No, Kershaw won the Cy Young. I think Glavine did that year. I just think that's the magic number. I really do. I mean, you go to strikeouts for the power numbers. He's got that. ERA, I know a lot of voters weigh in on that, but the 20 wins to me, you get to that mark. That's the number. That's the magic number for Cy Young.
Yep.
Oh, is he okay?
Gio stumbles. Down he goes, lays there. And I was hoping he was laying there out of amusement, not out of injury. And he gets up, not smiling. Lee Kuntz, Steve McCatty, Davey Johnson out of the dugout. Gio trying to walk it off. He said something that broke up Ryan Zimmerman, so all appears to be okay.
Yeah, let's just hope he's okay, and then we'll all have a good laugh, because I don't know how in the world that DJ Rayburn did not call that a strike.
Yeah, Gio just a little bit out of the zone.
I would pay high dollar to be down there listening to that conversation right now. Now let's check out the pitch one more time. A little tip of the cap from Gio Gonzalez to the crowd. That was awesome. Let's watch the pitch. Just a bit outside. I'm sure that's how Bob Uecker called it in the booth right next to us. Watch the tip of the cap. Got an ovation on the mound. The crowd's cheering right now.
Well,
oh, you gotta love that guy.
That's the second most errant pitch in Nationals history, after Matt Chico threw one over the Marlins dugout in Miami years ago. Over the dugout. And then he throws him a breaking ball to strike him out. How do these pitchers do that? They fall down, then throw a great perfect pitch the next one. Strikeout number 5.
Just caught a cleat. It happens. Happens to the best ones. And now in my mind, the leading candidate for the Cy Young just made every highlight reel and every blooper reel in baseball. Came right back with a strike, though.
I hope they show the next pitch. Gene Segura, the shortstop. So one more out to go 7 innings or more for the 11th time this year. He's gone at least 8 3 times with 2 complete games. Swing and a foul. Hey, by the way, one more note on 20-game winners. There are 7 active left-handers who've won 20. Kershaw, Cliff Lee, Jamie Moyer, Andy Pettitte, CC Sabathia, Johan Santana, Barry Zito. Only one man has done that in the National League. Kershaw. Lee and Moyer, Sabathia have pitched in both leagues. The 20-game winners, only Kershaw in this league. Nice bounce back for Gio, who went bouncing a moment ago. As he came in. That's a dugout that really has a great chemistry to it. Everybody enjoying everybody down there. Subdued celebration just the other night, and hopefully bigger ones to come. You can win a signed game-worn jersey right off the back of a Nationals player or coach. Raffle tickets sold until tomorrow when you're at the ballpark at the Dream Foundation Kiosk, Centerfield Plaza. All proceeds benefit Nats charities. Winners will be announced tomorrow at the game. You do not need to be present to win. Brewers with a bunch of changes. We'll try to figure them all out. I do know that young Mr. Bianchi, Jeff Bianchi, has moved to second base, and Taylor Green is at third. And we'll try to figure out everybody in the outfield. Niger Morgan is in right field now. Oh, September with expanded rosters in blowout games. Eric Ferris in left field.
I'll gladly sacrifice my scorecard for an 8-run lead.
And I think Logan Schaefer, yes, is the center fielder. Chad Tracy hitting for Gio here. And a bouncing ball to Bianchi. 1 out. Michael Gonzalez to follow Gio when the Brewers come up in the 8th. Roger Bernardina is going to bat for Jason Worth, so time to give some breathers.
You know, he's got a really good chance of winning his 20th game of the year, and it's all he's going to talk about after the game is that pitch and tripping on the mound. I guarantee it.
Roger Bernardina goes up swinging. 8 for 29 with an RBI as a pinch hitter, hitting .296 overall, and by far his best major league season thus far. And Tyler Thornburg gets one in there.
So R.A. Dickey got the win for the Mets today. He goes to 19 wins on the year.
Yes, he does. So maybe a horse race right down to the finish line for that, huh?
I just go back to pennant race baseball. Sorry. R.A. Dickey's had an amazing year, especially with that knuckleball.
And a bouncing ball over to third for Green. Bernardino thrown out. 2 quick outs here. Bottom 7. Beautiful day at Nationals Park, awaiting the announcement on the attendance. It'll be big.
There's the Expos Hall of Fame.
Bryce Harper, very active day. RBI double, walk, stolen base, 2 runs scored, and a base hit. And that'll do it for a very quick bottom of the 7th. Harper gone. Nats go 1-2-3. It's up to the bullpen now to get Gio number 20. Brought to you by Dodge. Go to Dodge.com or visit your local Dodge dealer this weekend. And by the Virginia Lottery. We'll play anything, anywhere, anytime. We're game. Well, an amazing day in D.C. And it could be a personal achievement day that this ball club has never seen. 6 outs away from a 20-game winner. The Nats lead it by a score of 10-2 into the 8th inning.
It's time for your Cholula Hot Sauce pitching recap. You've been waiting for it all game. There it is, 95 from Gio Gonzalez, and that's just not any 95. It is strikeout number 200 on the year from Gio Gonzalez. The last DC pitcher to do that, Walter Johnson, in 1916, struck out 228 batters. So Gio bringing the heat and the flavor and 200 Ks.
So Roger Bernardino stays into play right field. Mark DeRosa will be at third, replacing Ryan Zimmerman.
There's some kind of lineup question right now from Ron Renicky. He just went to DJ Rayburn with his lineup card, and Davey Johnson went out to DJ Rayburn before that, but I think they got it straight. That can happen in these kind of games. If they have any questions, they can come up here and look at my scorecard.
Yeah, that's where I'd go.
Look at this mess.
You kidding me? I just now got mine back up to date after about a half inning of work. It's been a little wacky. Torrealba against Michael Gonzalez. And a ball fouled off to the right side. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Top 8. High heater, 91 for the strikeout.
They had a little Cholula on it. 91 up in the zone for strike 3. Good pitch once again from Michael Gonzalez. I mean, you remember the first game he pitched as a Nat? He was all over the mound, shaking and moving and flying all over the place. I just tightened it up real quiet. And how valuable has he been out of that Nats bullpen this year?
Michael Gonzalez on the attack. Right side, Ian Desmond, the call. And the outs coming the way you like them with a big lead quickly here. Catch all the action of the 2012 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. It all begins October 5th with the wild card on TBS. Eric Ferris will be the hitter. Came into play left field last inning.
I think Ferris thought he had the day off.
He's a 26-year-old infielder from Sacramento. Went to Hamilton High School in Arizona. Loyola Marymount, but born in Sacramento. 4th rounder by the Brewers in 07. Another in the long line of outstanding baseball talent and future analysts from the state capital of California.
Buck Martinez.
Yeah. An old buddy of mine from the 80s with the Texas Rangers, Gino Petralli. Very colorful guy, great catcher. Used to catch Charlie Huff's knuckleball as well as anybody. That's a high strike. Ferris didn't like it. And the count's 2-2. 6th Major League at bat. He's 0 for 5 in 7 games. Nyjer Morgan on deck. We'll see him either next or in the 9th. (3-2). That's a walk. We'll see Nyjer right now. Only left-hander for the Brewers is Manny Parra. I would call it a mixed reaction to Nyjer Morgan from our fans here. Hitting .244 for the Brewers, a part-time guy now. .304 last year in 119 games. And I remember all of us going to spring training in 2010 after Nyjer hit .351 coming over from the Pirates the previous year, breaking his hand in Chicago, sliding hands first into third base. And going into the 2010 season, everybody said this man is the key to our ball club. Well, he hit only .253 in 136 games. was suspended a total of 8 games for 3 different incidents. And the Nats eventually traded him to the Brewers for infielder Cutter Dykstra in March of 2011. Most notable was the brawl in Florida when Niger went after Chris Volstad and got clotheslined from the blind side by Gabby Sanchez. That was an ugly brawl. 2-1. It's in there. And man, this guy came over in 09 from Pittsburgh with Sean Burnett for Lastings Millage and Joel Hanrahan, and you would not believe the way he sparked this club. Two balls and 2 strikes. Christian Garcia, maybe for the 9th. Manny Parra would have to pitch the bottom of the 8th if this inning goes one more, because the pitcher's spot is next. That's going to punch out Niger Morgan. Fastball high in the zone by Michael Gonzalez, who strikes out a couple, and Niger not real happy. Adam LaRoche, 2 RBIs, 3 hits, 2 of them extra bases. Gio well on his way to win number 20. And then the big blows, Zimmerman, Desmond, 3 runs each in a 6-run 4th.
This one kind of broke it open. Ryan Zimmerman on the 2-seam fastball from Levant, up and in, just a bent arm swing right down to it for his 23rd home run of the year. Low 10s, why not? And then Ian Desmond, opposite field job, letting it get deep over the Geico sign for his 24th of the year.
Mark DeRosa already in to play third base, and he gets an AB here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a shame we haven't been able to see Mark at his best this year because of injury.
He's been at his best in other places. That's in the clubhouse with young players, helping guys along, and showing guys how to act and how to be a professional. And you hate to talk about that all the time with Mark DeRosa, but the fact is he's really good at it. He's a good veteran, good teammate.
And because of a recent surge off the bench, 6 for 17 as a pinch hitter this year.
I mean, when you talk to the players, it's hard to get through a conversation with any one of them without, well, Mark DeRosa said, and Mark DeRosa was telling me. I mean, that's what a big influence he is behind the scenes.
Tyler Moore for Adam LaRoche next.
And you might think, 10-2 ball game, you're getting some playing time, or I'm coming out on the mound. But when you talk about picking a playoff roster coming up,
and Mark DeRosa is going to be called out.
I think that's a tough part of the year for any player that's kind of a 24th, 25th man. Is am I going to make that playoff roster? And you can configure it any way you want for the first round. You can change it as you go along in the postseason, but you do it kind of on that off day, maybe a little before the playoffs start. Configure your roster and how it matches up with your opponent. So every chance you get, I guess my point, you want to show your manager, I need that guy on the 25-man playoff roster. Whether it's on the mound or in the batter's box or on defense.
Tyler Moore to hit here, take over at first base for Adam LaRoche. And the breaking ball from Tyler Thornburg missing. 2 balls, no strikes. We got a big number to give you today for the attendance. It's a sellout. 40,493. There's the website. Come and join us tomorrow, 1:35, Monday at 1 o'clock. Getaway day game. We do not have a count on the canines. Tyler Moore high in the air out to left center. Logan Schaefer drifting. Finally requires a reach up one-handed catch. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. So now Corey Brown will give Michael Morse a breather here at the end of the game. It's a fair ball. This one's into the 9th inning. Well, we've seen some team history this week. 3 outs away from some pitcher history. Straight ahead.
For the Brewers, and it's time for our Home Depot Dewey Moore on defense. We're going to go all the way back to the 3rd inning. Scoreless game, runner on second, 2 outs. And you saw Gio Gonzalez put his head down. He thought this was over the head of Bryce Harper, but a nice long running catch for Bryce Harper. Keeps the game scoreless to that point, and the Nats would score 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, and we know the record when they score first, so a big play in this game right there from Bryce Harper.
Haven't mentioned this all day, but it's certainly worthy of mention. The magic number about to go down to 6. And if Roy Halladay takes care of business, it could be 5 at the end of the night. So Corey Brown left field. Christian Garcia takes over. Tyler Moore first base. 3 outs to get, and the guys will celebrate for Gio. Travis Ishikawa will hit for the pitcher Thornburg, who pitched the last 3 innings for Milwaukee. So the Brewers have used everybody off their bench with the exception of catcher Jonathan Lucroy today. Christian Garcia goes 2-1 here. Must have been high. In that game at Chicago, St. Louis just scored in the top of the 9th. Looks like Carlos Beltran hit his 30th homer to tie that game. Espinosa is going to throw out Ishikawa for the first out here in the top of the 9th inning. Nats Extra Postgame Show, Byron Kerr, Ray Knight, presented by WB Mason. When this one is over. Now in at bat for Jeff Bianchi, who came in to play defense a couple of innings ago. So the Cubs spoiled a party for St. Louis in the 9th inning yesterday, won in extra innings, and the Cardinals, much to the Brewers' chagrin, have just returned the favor. Brewers will need some help from the Cubs to stay a game and a half behind St. Louis in the wild card chase.
I'm sure there were some days in Oakland when Kurt Suzuki and Gio Gonzalez were kicking it in the clubhouse and maybe thought someday about Gio winning 20 games, but I know they never thought it would be in Washington, D.C.
I was about to say the same thing about maybe them sitting around talking about the playoffs some year. Little did they know, across the continent it would happen. Kinetic North America on the pitch track. From the warfighter in the field to the data in the cloud, we protect our country's most critical assets. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nationals about to win their 92nd game of the year and go 6 up on the Braves, and a drive to right field for a base hit.
That breaks up an 0 for 16 for Bianchi. The Yankee.
Yep, that'll be his 11th big league hit. And now a look at infielder Taylor Green. 25-year-old left-handed hitter from British Columbia. He had an interesting start to his big league career this year. His first 2 major league homers were pinch hit home runs. 4th guy in franchise history to do that. The most recent was a young kid in 05 by the name of Prince Fielder. You always like guys who were drafted low, who've made it to the big leagues. He was a 25th round pick 7 years ago. And a high fly ball to right. Bernardino going back, and that ball's gone. So Taylor Green with a home run touch here in his first big league season. That'll be his 3rd, not a pinch hit home run. He was already in the game. But it's now 10-4.
Well, the reason he hit a 2-run home run right there wasn't the pitch. It's because 40,000 people are doing the wave.
Yeah, they're already in pre-concert mode here. You don't like it when we cover the wave, do you?
No.
Makes me dizzy.
Makes me queasy. They're having fun, though.
Well, Disco went away, but the wave won't. Martin Maldonado 0 for 2 with a walk today. Second big league home run given up by Christian Garcia. And Garcia throws one in there. 95 with authority. No balls, 2 strikes. And a breaking ball hit out to right center. Turning into a troublesome top of the 9th. 3 consecutive hits. Gene Segura, the shortstop, next.
That's going to get Drew Storm busy.
A lot of baseball yet to be played in this series. Chin-Ming Wong for the Nats tomorrow against Giovanni Gallardo. Jordan Zimmerman on Monday. Nats trying to draw even here in the first 2 games of this 4-game set. And Davey would rather this not have happened, but it has. Nats about to win their 47th home game of the year to go with 45 on the road. They have really played great against the Central. A win would make them 4 out of 6 against Milwaukee on the year. And right now they are 26-10 against the National League Central this year. One ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on 96 upstairs. 2 down.
That might be as serious as I've seen Gio Gonzalez in the dugout all season long. Game face on, waiting for the 3rd out. Love it.
On the verge of realizing every pitcher's individual dream. Garcia to Torey Alaba, who's 0 for 2 with a ground ball, a strikeout. That's 95 with some pretty nasty sink on it. Swing and a miss. The Nats win their 92nd and 20 of them for Gio. What a week for the ball club to go to the playoffs. What a Saturday for Gio Gonzalez to win his 20th, 10-4 Nationals.